No, it's actually P. Which one is it? Sadness.
Hey!
Hi.
It doesn't really matter, you know, Tom. The countdown is great, but I think everybody here has been live since before the cameras turned on.
Nope.
I mean, we've definitely been alive.
Hey.
Welcome back to the table, everybody, for a very special extended episode of the Second Breakfast Club. I am Mike, your GM. We have our wonderful players with us today, and we are ready to rock and roll. Has anybody got any announcements? No? Yes? No?
Just that we are back on Monday with Monday Night Games. We'll do a shout at the end. We are back, Clouds Over Sean, on Monday.
Cool.
Tom's
and
Cruise has been uploaded. So if you were wanting to watch that again, go ahead and check that out in our YouTube. The rest of which the rest of the Extra Life sessions will be uploaded soon. So
As and when.
yeah,
As
Yeah.
and when.
So yeah, go check it out if you wanna.
I
It's
think
good.
that's it. then.
Okay. Then let's go ahead and Jade, were you going to do our sort of recap from last time?
Yes. So, the party was split. We had Nairi and our new friend, ally, Bernard, traveling through the forest from the outward camp in the Vale to meet with Juron, Curie, and Carrick, who had used the gate spell from Abadassa to get there, having found out that Leone was in fact in the vicinity. Two groups making their way towards each other when everyone sort of, or various people in each group picked up on the sound of war drums. Juron was able to identify it as being a Juron knew exactly what it was, but we're sort of able to identify this effectively war machine as it's very distracting having both that and that happening at the same time. What we were able to identify across the various groups was about 100 soldiers marching in a phalanx style, a group of 7 mages with some kind of floating platform, 2 ogres, and the man, the myth, the legend himself, Leone. Juron's initial impulse was to try and talk to everybody and sort of activated some flying boots, went and dived in right into the middle of this phalanx like, hi, I'm Juron. How are you? I'd just like to talk. At which point, 8 soldiers went to attack him, all missed, and crit failed and killed each other. And that sort of was set the tone for how the rest of that encounter would go. A very charged up wand of lightning bolt was used by Tosha that killed Juron's Spare the Dying, I think, was one of the 8 that was killed each other by accident. And then then Tosha killed the entire rest of the soldiers and 3 out of 7 mages. Well aimed crossbow bolt from Curie struck one of the remaining mages, who wasn't able to then do the vocal component of the spell and basically kind of turned inside out and went. It was very distressing. Carrick saw this, was just like, oh, okay, well, clearly this is the way forward. And the rest of the mages soon followed forthwith. Bernard, weighed in against the first of the trolls. Either way, there was some action against the troll. It was very interesting. There was some very badass Legolas style shield sliding, but better because Bernard is a badger. So ergo, it was infinitely cooler. Clutch use of an immovable rod. It was very badass. While all this sort of furore is going on, Tosha spotted Leone just casually walking off into the forest. So on her Phantom Steed, headed that way while the rest of sort of the combat encounter was going on. One of the ogres started doing this spell that pulled literally the life force out of the surrounding area. And about a round later, managed to bring back all of the dead soldiers, except the one that Juron had spared the dying on, who was just lying there unconscious on the floor. And Juron managed to convince one of the ogre that cast that spell to run away, because the other one got critted by Curie because it had been held by a whole person. And so Curie went off after Tosha, leaving the boy section of the party to clean up 100 undead. And the last of the mages got split into 4 and then became this weird as fuck creepy abomination that was really gross and disgusting. But everyone seemed pretty unfazed by that and took care of that. Tosha, meanwhile, the second she saw Leone in the forest, popped a force cage around him and was managing to have a conversation with a strangely forthright and chatty Leone. Curie, who had followed invisible, smelled bullshit, realized that they were talking to an illusion, and after a very kind reminder from the DM, whipped out their ether glass and saw that that Leone, too many O's, was in fact about 100 feet away, pointing a finger of death spell at Tosha. And Curie's first instinct was to try and get into the way of it. And that is where we left off.
Yes, that is highly accurate. Which at this point I think is becoming my catchphrase.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yes. So, bad things, and more bad things last time. And they have only gotten better for the bad guys. So, I believe that we had established last time that Curiosity's role to get in the way of this Finger of Death spell was a 24?
I rolled a 23.
23. And Leone's Finger of Death save was a 25.
Cool.
Tom,
I saw that, Tom.
what the fuck, man?
It's the eyeliner. It's Evil Tom.
This is the evil time. This is the worst timeline. You just need the goatee. We all need the goatee.
That's right. All you need is the goatee. Go get yourself some black construction paper and some tape.
Hey, I have that.
No.
Don't worry.
So,
Mm,
Tasha,
yes.
in a split second, here is how things sort of came down. Curiosity announced that he wasn't really in the Force Cave. The image of Leone smiled at you. Curiosity leapt in front of you. And then you felt a horrible pain shoot through the inside of your chest cavity and radiate outwards through all of your limbs and extremities. It started off as a sharp, immediate pain as your entire body begins to slowly grow cold and numb. How many hit points do you have left right now?
116.
Okay. I need you to take 75 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I need you to make a Constitution save.
You got it. That needs to. I'll deal with that. What a time not to have my luck, you guys. I don't have anything for saves, do I? 6.
No, I'm giving her my natural 20.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So what does that give you? 20 plus.
3.
So 23?
Yeah.
Okay. The cold radiates out and you can feel it moving through your whole body. Outwardly, your whole form looks as though it's decaying, becoming old, ancient. The life force is just being sucked out of you. And then you black out. Curie, from your perspective, Tasha's entire body sort of rattles itself and stretches out in an unnatural fashion, and then collapses into a heap. And the illusion of Leone walks through the force cage and kneels down over the top of her.
I'm assuming I'm like right with her.
Uh-huh.
I
Oh,
was
yeah.
directly behind before, tried to get in front.
You're still invisible, aren't you?
Yes, technically, but I don't know if that trying to get in the way counted for anything, because it's not technically an attack.
Because you didn't succeed on the actual roll, we'll go ahead and say you're still invisible. But yes, you've landed on the ground beside Tasha. And we'll say simply because you threw yourself, you didn't land on your feet. You're like laying there on the ground beside Tasha.
Okay.
So the image of Leone is bent down over essentially both of you, but really Tasha.
Is she alive? Is she got a pulse? Can I see the chest moving?
You can't see anything. You can make a medicine check though.
Yes, please. Oh, what is my medicine? I bet it's not good. No, not good. Fuck. That's a 6 total.
You are convinced that Tasha is dead. And the image of Leone goes and twirls his pointed finger through Tasha's hair. Oh, what a waste. No matter.
What's actual Leone doing? If I look through the ether glass to where he was standing just before.
He is going through. He's got a sort of an iron ring that has little bejeweled rings on it, and he's sort of flipping through them almost like keys while he's speaking, and what he is saying is coming out of the image.
How far away from me is he?
120 feet.
I'm going to quickly check something. Please stand by. Well, Jade the player mentally freaks the fuck out. Okay. I'm going to cast haste on myself.
Okay.
Actually, I start running towards him.
Okay.
Yep, no, I won't I won't cast the haste until I get up to him. I want to try and fucking take that iron ring.
Okay.
I'll sleight of hand it off him.
Okay. Can you move 120 feet in one turn?
In one turn, no. In one turn, I can move 90.
Okay, so then you'd be able to do it next turn. We're not in combat, so there's not actual turns exactly, but just to give me an idea of the action beats, because that essentially gives him a moment to do a thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are moving a full 90 feet before you engage your haste?
I'm going to wait till I've got this ring.
Okay, so you're waiting until you get to him to engage haste, to go and start your spell. Okay, just making sure of exactly the way this is.
It'll kill my invisibility. So my plan is for my second round is to use movement. My action will be to grab the key or try to, and then my bonus action, I'll figure it out. Either way, I'm not going to go invisible or risk dropping my invisibility until I try and take these keys. Technically, I can use an action as a bonus action as a rogue. I don't know if you would regard trying to take something as something I could do as a bonus action. That's your call.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and we'll sort of unravel this as it goes and see what happens. So you're moving 90 feet.
Yeah.
While you are doing that, one thing I would like you to declare one way or the other is that are you trying to maintain a look at him while using the ether glass, or are you just moving towards him without looking?
No, I'm going to keep the ether glass up in front of me.
Okay, just making sure. So while you are moving towards him, he selects a ring off of that iron ring and slips it onto his finger.
Yeah. Okay.
And reaches up and adjusts something on his head. And for a split second, you see the form of something appear and then disappear. If you can give me your passive perception.
24.
He is definitely wearing an iron crown.
That's the headgear that he just adjusted.
And after he adjusts it, he activates the ring on his finger and it vanishes again from sight.
The crown does.
And then he replaces the ring onto the iron ring and clacks it shut.
Right. Okay.
And turns and sort of positions himself so that he can leave. But he's now used up effectively everything he can do in a round.
Okay. He's turned away.
His back is to you now.
Activate haste. As my action, movement will get me to him. Now my movement is 60 anyway. My bonus action can be to use an action. Hasted action, I think, can be to use an object. So I'm going to try and get the ring, the iron ring with the bunch of rings on it.
Okay.
I want to try and effectively, I'll try and do a loop around him. Like, I want to start heading back as soon as I've tried to make this pass.
So your plan is not to continue like off into the woods, but instead to sort of double back towards your friends?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, then go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
28.
Okay. Whew. Okay. You get the ring.
The ring of
Is
the
in your
ring with the
possession?
key. The ring
Yes.
of rings. Just to
The ring of rings.
Okay. Then I keep going back towards Tosha.
Okay.
Yep. Oh,
As
I would have a bonus action because I used my hasted action to grab the ring.
I'm going to give you the opportunity to do that. However, by grabbing it, you activate his reaction.
Valid.
He gets a reaction on it.
Okay.
And what is your AC?
If it's a targeted attack,
It's not. It's an area attack.
Then it's an 18.
Okay.
The cloak of displacement doesn't work, I think, on AoE stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I'm going to find damage on this.
Yeah, sure. Is it something that has a save?
It does.
Is it a dex save?
I will tell you in a moment. Yes, it does have a dexterity save.
Okay.
As you move in front of him and steal the keys, he sees you for a split second and activates his fire breath.
Oh, doesn't matter. Immune to fire right now. He can fucking suck it.
and breathes a cone of flame that takes up 120 feet.
That's a big cone.
And I know that you're immune to fire right now, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you how much damage this is doing, just so you can get a feel for what this is.
Please.
Oh, unfortunately, that's a lot of ones. 113 damage.
Fucking hell. What's the DC on it?
The DC to avoid it
Yeah.
is a 24.
Yeah, I wouldn't have made that deck save either. So I would have taken half. Well, I would have taken half because of evasion.
Mm-hmm.
So.
So.
Thank you. What's your
55,
face?
56, 57.
Shit. Thank you so much, Osmera.
Osmera.
I was checking my notes.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Yeah, so you essentially take it. The fire breath breathes all over you. However, it does not hinder you in any way. For you, it's no different than being in a stiff wind. You can feel it pushing you, and you can feel the heat of it, but it does not feel like an amount of heat that would be harmful to you. It's more like being wrapped in a warm blanket.
Okay.
And for but a moment, the look on Leone's face is one not of contempt, but of confusion.
With the middle finger that he didn't take, I will flip him the bird as I keep fucking running.
Tasha's proud.
But yeah. Cool.
And now a sizable section of the woods out here is on fire.
Yeah.
But you know, you take what you can get.
Yeah. Also, I realized that the half damage I would have taken from evasion would have got halved again, generally speaking, because I'm resistant to fire damage. Generally. So.
Well, you're set for fire damage right now. Yeah, so from that back, you got another, 90?
Well, my speed is doubled, so I can now move 180 feet around.
Oh, awesome. So then from him back, that's... So you have used up another 30 getting to him to complete that movement. So then you got 150 to move back?
Yeah, I think I'd lose one of those, one of them, because of hasted action is weird. I get double movement speed, and I get an extra action that I think can be used to dash. So it depends how you want to split it. I think in theory I could still get there.
Yeah, I mean,
I've still got a lot of movement, regardless.
We'll say that just for the sake of argument, that you can easily get to Leone, and then you can get back to where Tasha is, all in one go. Okay. You wouldn't be able to completely make it back out to the clearing, but you can definitely get to there. Because that's that roundabout is about 160 feet, give or take.
Okay. When I get to Tasha, I'm going to literally just scoop up her body and keep going back to the others. Okay,
as you scoop her up and make a run, the entire area where you're at also erupts in flame.
Cool.
And and you, as you get just out of earshot, can hear him screaming something at you in Draconic.
Oh, I don't understand that.
Is it loud enough that us people that understand
it's not loud enough that it would have made it all the way back into there.
Okay.
However, as you're leaving, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Come on, dice. Come on. I burned my natural 20 on apparently. Well, I don't know if that con save was helpful or not. 14.
Okay.
Fucking hate that dragon. Fucking hate that dragon.
So
Every single
you
time.
you make it within inches of Leone, and then back out of his continence. Retrieve your friend, and with it also a ring of magical rings. However, you are now considered frightened of
Mhm.
Leone.
Oh yeah, that old chestnut. Uh-huh.
And cannot move within 120 feet of him by choice.
Well, I am moving in the other direction. So
I'm just saying, generally speaking.
yeah. Can I make the save again on that? Is that one of those things that you can do?
It lasts for a minute,
Okay.
so it's not something that you can like keep saving for.
Yeah.
But it lasts for a minute, and you, after that minute is up, you are considered immune to his frightful presence until you take your next long rest.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Mike.
Okay. So yeah, you bust through the tree line and out into the opening, where the rest of your group is in the midst of taking care of the last of these undead. Joran, you clearly can see the one person that you saved from dying is now starting to regain consciousness and try to crawl themselves away.
I slowly walk over and kind of pick the person up by the back of his upper,
Collar.
no,
Torso.
of his plate,
Mhm.
like this, all the 7 feet up.
Okay.
Hello.
He is a sort of a young dwarf. No beard, even that young, and stands about 5 foot even, with long red hair and freckles all over his face, and his eyes are just the epitome of total and complete terror right now.
Can I ask you a couple of questions?
Oh, if you're going to kill me, just go ahead and do it.
I saved your life. Your friend stabbed you.
What?
You attacked me, but you should train some more. You like hit each other instead and killed yourself. Then I went in, I put my hand on you, and now you're fine.
You saved me?
Yeah. What I do?
But why?
I didn't see a reason for you to die.
But you're also such cold-blooded killers.
I'm not. Not nice to say. Why'd you say that? Do you even know who we are?
Yes, you're the Scourge of Amalur.
What? What? What do you mean?
Well, that's that's what the master told us. Is that this scourge came to Amalar, and it made the whole place become extremely hostile. And we had to go immediately to the Vale in order to protect it from people like you.
That's hurtful. Who is your master?
Leone, the Prince of Blades.
Oh, your Prince of Blades. I do it with one hand. Your Prince of Blades is an ancient red dragon that killed his entire family and now was lying to the entire city of Amalar. Is that a city? Or is that... Yeah, city.
That's a city. That's a city.
Oh,
Pull the other one.
cool. I don't understand that. Would a scourge of Amalar save you? No. And I put him back on his feet.
I'm trying to figure out that right now. I never expected to encounter you, let alone have to make a decision about your moral upbringing.
Well, I didn't even want to, like, fight you. I went in, I said, "Hi, I'm Joron," and you were like, "Oh, we won't say anything, we're just going to attack."
Well, what do you expect us to do when you're here destroying the Vale?
We're not destroying the Vale. There is a bone dragon, they call it a Draco Lich, that's...
Yeah, you're the one who brought it on the Vale.
I didn't even know this dragon. I know other dragons, I don't know this one.
You certainly know a lot more about dragons than I do.
Yeah, because we spent a lot of time in the Rookery. A year, I think, or two.
The what?
Rookery? It's a place. So... You know, there is like a camp. You can go to the camp, and in the camp, they can tell you the truth. And not the lies the Leone was telling you.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know there is a camp.
Point.
Sorry, retcon that. That didn't happen. I didn't say that.
I don't know what to believe at this point.
Well...
You're definitely not as evil as they had told me.
I'm not evil. God. Oh. I'm a knight.
You're a knight?
Yeah.
From where?
From... Cormator?
Cormator.
Yeah, from Cormator.
A mage knight.
I'm not a mage. I'm just a knight.
This is highly irregular.
It's been for a while, yes. Highly unregular. Regular. Weird.
Yeah. Irregular would be the usual word. However, this person used the word unregular.
So, a badger person? Hello? Where are you?
Hello, yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Where did you came from?
More recently,
Yeah.
Uthtark is where I come from.
Okay.
But I've been all over the place.
Good. Is there like a place this person can go? Safe place?
We do have a camp around here, and the safest place, probably in the Vel at the time, but
Oh.
with the Dracolich, I wouldn't say any place in the Vel is too safe at the moment.
Thank you very much. By the way, my name is Joron. Nice to meet you. And I try to shake his hand.
Bernard will shake his hand.
Okay.
I'm
At that,
Bernard.
you see a wave of flame wash through the forest where Tasha and Curiosity had gone into. And as it subsides, you see Curie flying back, carrying Tasha.
I look towards the person. Well, since things are rather dangerous around, I wouldn't recommend you just running away whatever direction. You might get yourself killed. But if you wait with us, we can go back to the camp this nice, fluffy person came out of.
All right.
All right. Good boy. And I turn to Curiosity.
So, Curie, you're still flying in?
As I reach the others, and depending, I'm gonna just sort of like screeching, sliding, landing, kind of like sliding into like home base style, keeping like Tosha like up off the ground the whole time, because I'm obviously scared out of my fucking mind right now for a number of reasons. But I'll sort of aim for Juron because I know Juron's killed me with magic before and knows stuff. And I've checked my inventory. I actually do have a potion in my bag, but if I think she's dead, that's irrelevant anyway. So, yeah, I'll literally come to a screeching, sliding halt, kicking up turf or whatever the ground is in a little furrow, and trying to get just. Joron, you have to help. I think she's dead, and I don't know what to do. And Leone is there, and the forest is on fire, and I'm talking even faster than usual up until the moment the haste wears off, and I'll probably just sort of like look like
talk as slow as Joron talks.
No, more just like I think I'll just stop, looking like I've been like smacked in the back of the head, kind of stunned, like as.
Man.
Okay, I tap Curiosity's shoulder. It's going to be all right. Oh, whatever. Oh, I lean over to Tosha and I cast Spare the Dying. Yes. And like touching her head and hair a little.
Okay.
I don't deserve you.
Stop that. No, you don't.
No, I don't.
Okay, Tasha.
Yes.
You, for your thematic components here to give you an idea of exactly what's happened to you, you were hit with a Finger of Death spell, but did not take enough hit points of damage to die. Instead, you have been gifted with 5 levels of exhaustion.
So I don't have my player's handbook with me. Remind me what that does to me?
You have
Total?
disadvantage on ability checks. Your speed is reduced to 0. You have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws, and your hit point maximum is half.
That is a very valid face to be making.
Yeah. Okay.
Be right back.
On my broom, I'm just going to kind of fly behind where Curiosity came from and just pull out a wand of magic missile and kind of have the staff at the ready. Just kind of, so, I think it's kind of a valid thing. Is whatever happened to you guys going to come after us?
I honestly, I do not know. he breathed fire, I guess, twice. I don't know how much he can do that. I don't know if he can do what he did to Tasha again, because I took this and I hold up this iron ring upwards with all these magical rings towards you. So I don't know what they do, but one definitely made him hide something. He is wearing something he does not want people to know he is wearing.
All right. All dead are dead, or most of them.
Yeah, all the undead are dead. Like they are back to being fully dead.
All right. Gonna kind of have my earth elemental move out in front of, like, further down the direction it came from, because it should have tremor sense.
Okay.
Alert us to if anything's coming that way.
Okay. Yes.
I'm gonna whistle Mizuchi over and tell them to put Tasha on the saddle, so that way we can get out of
Okay.
here quicker without having to
Okay.
worry about carrying her.
Question: did my phantom steed disappear when I
Yes.
Good. Great.
Does Tasha look alive?
Tasha does not look like she is alive. She looks like an emaciated corpse.
Can I do a medicine check?
You can make a medicine check.
That is 26.
Okay. No matter how she looks, you are able to find a pulse.
Curiosity. I put my hand on their shoulder. Hey. She's fine. Okay, she's alive.
Okay.
For now.
He is nearby, and he is very angry. We should, I don't know, get back to the camp. I do not want to bring him down upon them, but we cannot fight him like this.
We need to rest.
I know.
We're going now. And I pick up Tasha.
But I'd already put her on there.
Well, then not.
How long does Bernard stay in were-badger form?
It's already worn off. It only lasts a minute.
Oh, okay.
Amazing.
Where badger? There badger.
Hey, our badger.
Okay.
I'll ask our badger.
Badger.
What are you gonna ask the badger?
Mushroom.
Where the camp is.
Where's the camp?
Oh, tell them the general
Mhm.
direction that we came from.
Cool.
Okay.
Can you lead us there, please?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
If we're going, let's go now.
Actually, Derek, your mount is large enough that it could carry 3 people. So
Awesome.
So obviously, Tasha, you could take yourself and Joran, and then Curie and Carrick can both fly.
Let's do that then.
Sounds good.
Okay. So it takes you almost 7 hours to get back to the camp. And once you get there, you find that the camp has apparently been raided. The survivors that were all laid out on beds and cots are no longer there at all. And many of the guards are also missing. You find several of them laying around wounded in various different states of clinging to the last remnants of life.
I'm gonna go around and spare the dying. Everyone that I see.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go try to find anybody that was in charge that's still here. Find out what happened.
Okay.
I'll
The,
ask where I can take Tasha before Bernard does that.
I'll tell them the command count,
Okay.
like the location of the command count.
Looking around, you don't see any of the people that you had any direct contact with, Bernard. But if you make a perception check, you might be able to find somebody you recognize.
$14.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see any of the officers that had been in charge of the operations here. However, you do see a very tall woman with a very long sword that is sticking out of her shoulder, pinned to a tree, hung up about 2 feet above the ground. And she is struggling extremely hard to get the sword out.
Shield. Is a shield.
Hmm?
It's a
No,
shield
it's a sword.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, I'm gonna go over and pull the sword.
Do I
out.
see this? I yell. No, 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 no. Don't just pull it out. It's bad. It's very bad. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to hold on to this person.
Okay.
Keep them pinned against the tree. And when I tell you, pull out the sword quickly.
I'm gonna climb up onto Joran's shoulder to get better leverage. Pull the sword out.
Okay.
Nice. So yeah,
yeah, her almost white gold armor and platinum blonde hair are both stained in blood, and she is breathing very shallowly.
going to be like not too close, but like close-ish. Hi, I'm Joran. Nice to meet you. We're going to pull this out of you. It's gonna hurt like a lot for a bit, but then it's going to be fine. I promise. So, why don't you tell me something about yourself? And as I'm talking, I kind of nudge Bernard.
I mean, when he gives me the command to
I mean, if
pull it out,
he's on your shoulders, it's essentially like a shrug,
Yeah.
and not so much like a nudge.
I'm gonna take that as my cue to rip the sword out.
Okay, make an athletics check for me.
$16.
Okay. Yeah, it's not as clean as you would have liked, but you're able to pop it out of the tree and out of her shoulder fairly quickly.
As he does that, at the same instance, the sword leaves the wound.
Right.
I cast Cure Wounds at first level. Ooh. That is my spellcasting mode. Oh yeah, wisdom. That is 12 points of healing points.
Okay. You're able to seal the wound, so she's no longer bleeding. 12 is not an amazing amount of hit point return, but it's definitely enough that she's no longer at risk of dying.
I'm gonna go back a little bit like this.
Now
I'm
that
going to continue to sit on Jeron's.
Now that she's off of the tree and her feet are planted firmly on the ground, she actually stands about 6 inches taller than Joron.
That's a new one. Hi.
Hello. Could you aid me a little more? I am desperately trying to find my leader.
Okay, I can do that. How do they look?
She leans down to go and hold her hand like this. She's about yay tall, and she looks like a squirrel with a long stripe down her back.
I know who she's
It
talking
sounds so
about.
cute. Okay. 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 While we're doing that, can you tell me what attacked this camp? Because it seems like it's been attacked.
It was some sort of monster. I'd never seen it before. Massive, made of metal, and blew fire out of its front, like a dragon.
Do I remember
Never
how?
seen the type before.
Do I remember how the shield looked? The one they were pulling.
Oh yes, definitely sounds exactly like that.
So is it like? And I'm going to explain how the shield looked.
Mhm.
Does that ring a bell?
That sounds exactly like you.
Well, cool. It was pulled by soldiers. And some of them were doing magic-y stuff. And the person you can thank this mess. His name is Leone, and he was basically leading that party.
Leone.
Yep.
We just heard about him earlier today.
Really? What a coinky dinky.
Yeah, he claimed to be some lord coming to aid the bell.
Well, he's a very bad person.
He definitely is. I don't need any more of him around here. That's for certain.
Yeah.
She grips onto a talisman that's strung around her neck, and it begins to slowly meld the metal of her armor back together.
Ooh, that's a neat trick.
It's just something that you learn at the forge sometimes.
Nice. I'm going to rub my fingers together and cast light on my hand. I can do this.
Oh, that is a good one. Can you do this? And she does the same thing, except it explodes about a 50-foot square of light in front of you.
Ooh.
As she casts daylight.
Oh, yeah, if I rub my shield a lot, it does that.
Oh, if I polish my shield, it does that.
Okay, can we, I'm gonna start looking, and I'm going to start looking for the cute squirrel person.
All right, I'm going to see to all of the wounded.
Okay.
So, you want to go ahead and make that investigation for me? Try and find somebody?
Oh, investigation?
Hey,
Well,
can I roll
I'm
this
going
too
to use
since
my
I'm on
fucking...
Jeron's shoulder?
You actually, you cannot roll the check as well, but if you roll the check and you succeed, you can give Joran advantage.
Awesome. Pretty sure he's gonna get advantage. Well, I get a +0 to but I rolled an 18, so
That'll succeed. So, Joran, you get advantage on your roll.
Nope.
What'd you get?
+2.
With advantage, you got a natural one?
Yeah. For the first one was 5. So it's like 7.
Yikes.
Sometimes.
Yikes. Okay. Yeah, no, you don't detect anything. You're like, how am I supposed to find squirrels in the woods? Joran's reaching into his pack and trying to find peanut butter. So back over to Curie and Tasha. Carrick, where are you at?
I guess I'm just also going around to kind of help out the camp. Not much I can do to help people, so in
Okay,
this kind of state.
gotcha. Okay, just making sure of where you're there and about.
Mhm.
Curie and Tasha inside of the command tent. Inside there are tables that have been turned over and chairs that are just splinters now. But you do find a cot that's been turned over, but it's easy enough to flip it back upright and put Tasha down.
Okay, sorry. Does she still appear to be unconscious? No, Joran said
She's definitely still alive. Joran definitely detected that. However, she does not appear to be.
Right. I'm gonna pull out the potion of greater healing from my bag and feed it to her.
Okay. Greater healing is going to give you what is it? 48 plus. Is
I
it
think
44?
it's 44.
Yeah, you're right. Superior's D8. So 44 plus 4.
5. 9. 10. 14. I don't know if that's enough to wake her up, but
Okay. What would 14 put you at, Tasha?
So minus 75 plus 14.
Yes.
Okay, that would put me at 55.
Okay. Then, and your total hit points is
138, but halved would be
66.
yeah.
then yes, you regain consciousness.
Fantastic.
The moment that you're healed over half of your total hit points, you regain consciousness.
How do I feel?
Bad. Feels bad, bro. Feels bad.
Feels real bad, bro.
Imagine if you spent a week on forced march while also having a horrible stomach flu. That's what this feels like. You are tired and your body aches, and every part of you that isn't a bone feels like it wants to vomit. Your eyes hurt. Your tongue hurts. Your teeth hurt. Your fingernails feel like they're too long and they're growing inward. Like your whole body just feels bad.
Hey.
Hey.
I thought you were dead.
I feel like it.
Well, please don't die.
No, I'm not gonna die. That asshole's not gonna kill me.
He could have.
But
I
did
should
he?
have realized. No.
Oh god. How long has it been?
7, 8 hours. We're back at the base camp. They were attacked.
Do I see our surroundings now?
The light seems a little bit too bright. The air seems a little bit too crisp. You know, that feeling like when you're outside when it's really cold and you're breathing and the air hurts to breathe. That's
Oh yeah,
what it
I know.
feels like.
I today I felt that. It's fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They were better off just earlier.
It's
How's-
Leone. I was gonna say, did I hear any of that exchange between Geron and the Eladrin lady? No, okay. I guess they may. I don't know.
How are you doing?
Oh.
Thank you.
I don't know. He was fucking there, and he tried to kill you. He
So we
used the
turn
fucking
around.
illusion. And then he hid.
Honestly, I should have seen that one coming.
We did not, as far as I knew, he could not do magic. So I don't know. That was the same spell that I used in the council room. The major image. It is not a tiny illusion. This is something that takes some skill or an item of some kind. But to that end, and I'm gonna pull out the ring with all the rings on it and just sort of like spin it. I don't think he's going to be. He's got significantly less bling than he did 8 hours ago.
Can I see those for a sec?
So I have a question just for clarity. Is Tasha still wearing her magic ring?
Yeah.
The moment that you see those, you feel your hand pulse. It's not pain. It's almost like desire. Like you feel like you need to touch them.
Which suits the question she asked. Can I see those for a second?
Mm-hmm.
I'll like keep hold of the main ring,
Mm-hmm.
so she can flick through the what? How many are hanging from it?
There are 10 rings.
No, I had
Okay.
rings to rule them all. No, one ring to rule.
No.
Nine for. Never mind.
Yeah.
Ignore me.
Anyway.
I'm as dead as
Right.
Tasha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so not all of the rings, but all but one of the rings that are on this this circlet of iron, you feel yourself being drawn to. And as you touch each one of them, you can hear these voices in your head speaking names to you in different voices you've never heard before. And each one of them swearing to your allegiance.
Can I try and figure out what this is? Can I make any sort of check at all the disadvantage in the world to try and
as much disadvantage as you could possibly have.
yeah.
You can make a check on it. Let's call it an Arcana check.
Okay.
Roll 6 dice and
I can't find my other d20. Where is it? I'll just roll this twice. like the olden days. Okay, that's a 12. That's a 16. So 12 plus my Arcana, 10, 22.
Cool. Yeah, so of the 10 rings that are there, you know 100% that 9 of those rings are rings of the slave.
And does it feel to?
They all want to attune to you. They all want to attune to your ring.
Oh, baby. Jesus. While Tasha's looking at the rings, can I see that the 10th is the one that he took off and put back on?
Mm-hmm.
What does that ring look like? Because I'm guessing the other 9 look very similar.
They do. All of the other 9 are very plain, almost copper-looking rings that have very intricate elven script that's been carved into them.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise are very plain. There's no stone. There's no nothing of that kind.
Okay.
The 10th ring, however, is a flat silver circlet that has 4 aquamarine stones embedded in it.
Uh-huh.
But it looks like there were 5 of them, and one of them is now gone.
Mike?
I should ask.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay. So do I? Okay. 2 questions. One.
Yes.
Do I know that you said they are 9 rings of the slave? Do I know
Yeah.
they're rings of the slave, or do I just know that they're drawn to my ring?
They're not just drawn to your ring. You can feel it inside of you. The need to command these ones. You may not know specifically what they are, but you feel a full-blown draw and desire to be the master of those that wear these rings.
Fuck. Hey, can I take a look at these rings personally for a second?
What the fuck is personally?
Like, I
Sure.
mean, take them out and
Yeah,
just.
Can I
no.
slip them on my tongue?
Yeah, no, sure. I want to ask Carrick what this one does anyway. This is the one
Yeah,
I
I-
saw him use.
Yeah.
I'll unhook the iron ring
Mm-hmm.
and slip the rings off, and I'll just hand her the 9. And we're with the remaining one. She's like, "Are you going to be okay if I go find Carrick?"
Yeah, and once you're done, tell him I need to talk to him as well.
Okay, no problem.
Thanks, Curie.
You're welcome. And I'll walk out.
Okay.
And leave her.
Isn't her movement 0?
Her movement is 0.
Oh.
She's in the cot.
I can't move. Yeah, I'm just like.
I just want to put fingers inside these rings. Ow!
Screaming
so
in pain as you
satisfying.
hold
This
up a chain
Yeah,
of rings.
just kind of like.
Oh,
It's Brooklyn Nine-Nine, essentially.
Somebody gift that. Somebody gift that.
I'm gonna go find Carrick.
Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, Carrick.
I figured out what I could be doing. I'm going to be preparing spells.
Great idea. Effectively, you are technically in a safe space, and you technically could be taking a long rest right now, regardless of whether the rest of the party is doing it too.
The first thing I'm doing is I'm preparing catnap.
Love that spell. That spell is so good.
What is that?
It let you sleep for like 15 minutes, and it gives you the equivalent of a long rest.
10 minutes
short?
and it's a short rest.
Yeah,
But
it's a
Jeez.
really clutch spell.
and
Perfect
Xanathar's fucking. It's one of my favorite ones they come up with. Xanathar. It's such a clever little utility spell.
That's perfect though. Especially
Yeah.
for,
Short
fucking
rests-
time
short
bomb
rests-
here.
Short rests don't do shit for exhaustion. Unfortunately, you need a long rest
No,
to lose
but-
the level.
But I mean, like, just
for
10 minutes,
Warlock,
not an
rather.
hour, but
Yeah.
just 10 minutes for me to regain all my slots
Yeah.
back.
It makes you go to
Fantastic.
sleep as well. It's hilarious. Like, go to sleep. 15 minutes later, you're.
All right, timeout.
It's a really good spell for effectively our team dad to have, quite frankly. It's just like, right, you're all cranky. Catnap.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to be put down for a nap, man.
You're not yourself when you're sleepy.
Also going to prepare Nistel's magic aura.
Oh,
Okay.
that one's fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
And
one
that's
I want to
all
pick up.
I need to prepare. I'll wait until I touch base with people to actually go through the ritual cast of Tiny Hut. But that's kind of my plan right now.
All right. So while Carrick is preparing spells, Curiosity approaches.
Carrick?
Oh, hey there.
Hey, I can see you are busy, but when you have done one of these, can you identify this ring for me? It is the one I saw Leone use. I don't know whether it has charges, because it looks like one of the stones is missing, but it does something. And he was very angry that I took it.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll roll an Arcana and see if I just happenstance know what it is just by looking at it.
Yeah, sure.
But oh, I'm just on my spells.
You know, another reason why I'm looking forward to leveling up is because I'm going to swap out Blur for something different. So.
24.
Oh, just barely. No, you don't know what that is off the cuff.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I had set the DC at 25. I'm like, that's reasonable for this.
Yeah, I rolled a 6. There's only so much I can do.
6 to
Yeah,
20.
no, this is one of those things that it's like it's like if you've gone to Mexican restaurants every day for your life and then you go to Mexico and you try to figure out which room is the bathroom. It's like that one looks right. No, this is a kitchen.
Yeah.
That's what this ring is. You're like, this looks like something I might know what it is. Nope,
Yeah.
nope, that's clearly something I don't know. All right.
I'm gonna kick myself once I identify it. I'll be like, oh, I should have known that. But
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, right, School of Magic. Utterly wrong intent.
Right. I mixed up the ketchup and the tomato juice.
Okay, so with identifying, that's gonna to do those 3 things. It's gonna take me 30 minutes because I don't have identify prepared.
Okay. So while we're doing that, let's cut back over to Bernard and Joron and give you some time to sit on that. All right, dab. That's the team we got right now.
That wasn't a dab. Okay.
Sure it
What
was.
is this?
There, I got a dab on stream. All right, so Joron and Bernard, you search high and low all around this area, but you're unable to find Asher. You do, however, find several other people that have been very badly wounded that are laying underneath brush and bushes and things like that, and you're able to collect them and bring them back to the camp.
Do that.
Okay. That will take you probably about 30 minutes. That brings you up to speed with Carrick and Tasha. What are you doing with your collection of rings?
So, they're calling to me, man.
Uh-huh.
But so I'm gonna sort of look at one of them. I'm gonna pull one out.
Okay.
And I'm gonna. You said that I can hear voices.
Uh-huh.
What-
So the moment that you take one off of the ring and hold it in your hand, you can hear its voice singularly in your head.
What does it say?
I am yours to command. Come seek me in the desert. Free me from this life of servitude. I only live to serve you.
I think a response back. Tell me your name.
Amadar.
Amadar. Oh, desert, servitude. Amadar.
Right.
This is turning into a harem anime. Tosh is just going to go around.
Collect her groupies.
Right.
Can I essentially do the same thing to each one and ask them for a name?
You can. Do you want me to just give you the list later?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll
Yeah,
be
one by
great.
one, each one of them has their own name and personality associated with them. And they don't give you any direct idea of where they are. They give you general ideas of where they are. But if you were looking at the world map,
Yeah.
I'll make some points for you so you can see. And you can add those to your notes however you care to.
Okay.
There's there.
Mm-hmm.
There's one here. There's one here. There's one here.
Mm-hmm.
There's one there.
Mm-hmm.
There. One there.
Oh, okay.
One there. One there.
In the Vale.
And there's one right here.
Jesus.
Okay.
Uh-huh. If only you see my notes, it's wild. Okay. So can I focus more on the one that tugged me towards the Vale of Liana?
Certainly.
I want to know if fucking I'm just spitballing here. Is it the Draco Lich? I don't know. I want to know.
So you're going to hold on to that ring and focus on that one?
Yeah, I kind of want to like know more about that because we're here.
So when you hold on to that one, the voice you hear in your head is, "Hello. Come for me. I will bring you order. I will free your mind. I am the one that watches all. No death can take me as long as I am yours, O great and powerful master."
What is the name this ring gave me?
Lord Y-mir of the Black Dragon Flight.
Mike, do I know what would happen if I put this ring on? Do I know?
No, you haven't really experimented with your rings.
Okay.
Go ahead and move this mic back now that I'm not whispering anymore.
Just big fucking letters writing like with my fist. Or Y-mir. Just to make it clear. That rhymed. Shit. I'm gonna check out one other ring.
Okay.
I hope you know which one I'm thinking of. The one in, the Farapax.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know if that, has any significance. Oh boy. Oh god. Paper.
Hello. Have you need for me? It's been so long since I've heard your call. Oh, it feels so good to have you back, my master. Come seek me, please. This body, it does not suit me for much longer. I am unwell in a mode of flesh. Please free me, O powerful and mighty Valak.
What name did this ring give me before?
This one is Senegal, the Red.
Cool.
Which you can make a history check on.
Oh, cool. Coolio. Now, you said it was 7 to 8 hours of riding that got me here. Would that have counted as a long? No.
Because
Okay.
it's not necessarily a rest.
Yeah, I wanted to see what I can get. Wait, disadvantage, to be fair. But history, okay, 13.
You know that Senegal the Red is the name of the pirate lord of the North Wind.
Coolio. Great. A+. Gold star. Yeah, no, that's all I'm gonna do.
All other superlatives.
Yeah. Where are the other rings? I'm not gonna look at them now, but wow.
No, it's totally fine, Mike. We'll come back to this at a later time. But anyway, let's read through all the rings again.
No, I have them written down. Just wow. Wow, okay. Yeah, no, this is significant, and I'm just gonna put the rings back in the bigger ring and that one in a bigger one. No, yeah, I just I'm just gonna.
It's just rings within rings within rings.
Eventually, I'm gonna come back with a hula hoop full of hula hoops. Yeah, just I'm gonna keep the rings there, and I'm going to put them immediately in my. This is a character I have a bag of holding on, right? Yes. So many characters.
Valid question.
Is it? It's going in my bag, man.
You have a normal pack because you have magic items in there that if you put them in a bag of holding, weird shit would happen.
True, yeah, I don't. Oh, I wanted to get a bag of holding on her, but I didn't.
Don't make faces like that, Mike.
So,
I'm just waiting because I know what's in that bag, and I'm just like, let's see if she haphazardly pulls more things out of that bag.
Is there a third magic item in there, Mike?
Yeah, just if you touch one of them, there's the compulsion on it, isn't there?
Okay, I'm just gonna.
Like a vault.
If see, this is gonna sound like a retcon, but it's not a bag of holding, and this is too significant. I'm gonna put it somewhere I can actually like feel all the time, because bags can get pickpocketed.
You gonna shove it down the front of your shirt, or?
Tom, why? No, I'm gonna.
Pockets in pads. Pads have pockets, you know, like.
Yeah,
I mean, some of them
that's not the
do.
word I heard. That's not the word I heard. Sorry.
I said pads.
I heard what goes in the pants.
Underwear.
Legs?
Moving on.
I don't know about you, but when I put pants on, the legs go in first.
We're a bunch of assholes. Let's continue.
You know what? I'm gonna fucking hold it, okay? I'm not putting it anywhere. I'm just gonna hold it.
Gonna wear it around your neck.
No.
How big is it? The larger of the iron ring.
So the iron to cut down on confusion, the big one I'm gonna call a circlet. Just to cut down on confusion. So the big iron circlet is about as large as a dinner plate. It's rather large. It's meant to be hooked through on a belt or something like that. Imagine a set of jailer's keys, except instead of keys, there are rings on it.
Wearing it on my neck seems less stupid now.
Just going to be a solid thing rather than having any sort of flex to it.
Yeah,
I mean, Tosh is exactly the kind of person that could pull off wearing like a solid iron like band.
Oh yeah,
she's metal.
She is
so metal.
So I'll do that because no one's gonna fucking put a hand in front of my face without me noticing. So
I might. My sleight of hand is very good.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. And yeah, I'm gonna wait because Tasha did tell Curiosity to send Carrick over.
Okay. Awesome. So we'll cut back over to Carrick and Curiosity.
Team C.
Yes, Team C. CC me on that message right there. 30 minutes go by, and you're able to identify that ring as a ring of greater invisibility.
So yeah, I'll just say, it's a ring of greater invisibility.
Oh, well, that explains it.
Is it so each one of the stones casts it?
It has 5 stones total when it has all the stones. It regains 1d4 minus 2 stones at dawn every morning. And each one of those stones can be used to cast greater invisibility, which is invisibility, but with the added bonus that you can do things like attack. And if you use the last stone, you roll a d20, and if you do not meet the DC, then the ring vanishes.
Cool. Does it require attunement?
It does require attunement.
Okay. Oh.
I'll pass that back to Curiosity.
Could you? Do you need to prepare more? Because Tosha asked if you would come talk to her, and she can't move around right now.
No, I'm all right. I just want to. So are we gonna camp here? I guess I'll talk when everyone's together. We'll talk
we'll
about
get
that.
everyone if you go see Tosha, I could find Joran and Bernard and see if there's anything I can do to help.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll meet you back at the command tent, and I'll point him in the direction of it.
Okay. So Joran, I would like you to make a perception check.
Sure. Fuck you.
Yikes! I asked you to make a roll.
17.
You do know that's my job here, right? What did you get?
17.
Oh, that's plenty.
Okay.
I mean, you can cuss it out as much as you like, but guaranteed.
Okay.
So where you're standing in the greenery, you are looking around and you look up, and maybe about 30 feet ahead of you, you see a 7.5 foot tall white tiger tabaxi dressed in paladin's armor, carrying an ornate bow.
I tab Bernard. Bernard, do you know that person?
You don't see anybody.
I don't see anybody. There's nothing there.
What do you mean? They're standing right there. It's a white tiger Was it a tiger?
Yeah, it was a white tiger.
White tiger tabaxi person holding a bow.
I am not seeing this individual.
I look around. Well, I'm not alone, so I'm not technically going away alone. And I start walking towards the person.
Okay.
I guess
as
with
you
Bernard still
approach-
on my
Yep, still on your shoulder.
yeah, on my shoulder. Awesome.
As you approach, you feel this sort of warmth and calmness around you.
Mhm.
You hear the sounds of birds singing, and you can smell fresh baked cookies. And you feel the sort of overwhelming feeling of joy and love in your heart.
Hello. I'm Joran. Nice to meet you.
I know exactly who you are, Joran.
Apparently everyone knows me suddenly. Good, I guess.
I've been watching you for a long time.
You know, that's kind of a weird thing to say to a person you don't really know.
It's all right.
Okay.
You've done a lot in such a short amount of time.
Oh, I did a bit, yeah.
Don't sell yourself short. The things you've done, they're important.
Oh,
They
thank
have
you.
they have helped to balance the grand scales of this world. And I couldn't have asked for someone better to do it than you.
Oh, okay. Who are you?
There are a lot of ways to answer that question. I don't want to frighten you, though.
Mm-hmm.
So let me say that I am someone who has your best interest at heart.
Oh, thank you.
I saw what happened today, and I know how much it hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to know that the good you have done has not been erased by one act of harsh reaction. Your friends, those that you have come to be close to, you should not judge them so harshly. You are a light in this world, Joran. You are a
Thank you.
force of love.
I brush my hand and cast light.
You will do great things. I am certain of it.
Thank you. I don't hate them. I do not like what they did, but I know they can be better.
With time, perhaps. But you cannot give up on them. They need you. This world needs you.
Thank you.
You have done so much good, and by the good you've done, inspired good in others.
Good.
You don't understand how deeply your actions have affected the world, but they have. I want to give you a gift.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give you something that you desperately need, even though you don't realize you do.
I look at myself and like point out what I have. Well, I've pretty much everything I need.
When you decide what you need, I'll be listening.
Okay.
Until then, don't lose that smile. It heals far more than you know.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
I will. Thank you.
And I turn around and walk back to the camp.
Okay.
Well, that was a really nice person. That's a nice change.
Joran.
Yeah.
What is your maximum HP?
160. No, 156.
156.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm right now on my 98.
Okay, you are now healed to full. Plus, you have 78 temporary hit points.
Cool. 78?
78.
Thank you.
And until dusk at the next day, you have advantage on all medicine checks and religion checks.
Cool. um. Oh, do I look like myself again, or am I like super thin?
No, you look like yourself.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
That only lasted until you were healed, so you're
cool,
set.
Cool. Thank you.
Tasha's was especially bad because she got hit with, Finger of Death, which is a especially terrible necrotic spell.
I just got hit with a pinky of
Yeah.
semi-death.
Yeah, you got the stinky pinky of death. All right. So
Jade has a question.
I realize. I'm gonna get to you in just one sec. The entire time this is going on, though, Bernard, from your perspective, Joran is talking to a squirrel, not a scamperling, but just a regular squirrel hanging from a tree, eating a nut. Maybe
squirrel have any-
Joran's gone a little crazy.
That squirrel have anything interesting?
Oh, were you asking Joran or DM the
Yeah.
mic? Okay.
No, that was Bernard de Joran. Does squirrel have anything interesting to say?
It wasn't squirrel. It was tiger tabaxi. Come on, Bernard. Don't be a jokester. Oh, and I just walk off. I'll just go around the camp once again, or where the wounded people are, and try to like help out with like bandages and stuff like that. The regular medicine.
All right. Curiosity, Jade, you had a hand up. Give me whatever you're gonna do.
What time of day is it?
It is now almost
You
1
arrived
morning.
at dusk. So
Yeah, it's almost, well, let's see, 7 hours. Yeah, it's almost sun up. You know that
Cool.
when the sun comes up, your curse is going to activate again.
Yeah, no, I was aware. The thought literally just occurred to me to ask what fucking the time was.
Yeah, we're talking. You have about 30 minutes or so before the sun comes up.
Okay. Joran and Carrick are aware of that.
Uh-huh.
Tosha is not. I don't think I told Tosha about it. I think as I'm looking around, because I left Carrick, I told him to go see Tosha. As I went out to go maybe look for Joran, I think I noticed the sky getting lighter, and I'm just gonna run back to Tosha, and I need to tell her.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally just sort of like burst back into the command tent. I don't know if Tosha weird, depending on how long that took.
You bust back into the command tent, and Tasha is oddly fingering each of the rings.
I'm not interrupting, am I?
You're muted.
You're muted.
No.
Okay. I just don't normally see you do that with your jewelry. Okay, so when the sun comes up, something bad is going to happen. To me.
Yeah, no shit. That's every day. But what do you mean?
I'm going to forget something.
Is that what happened before?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what it would be, and if it is anything like last time, being told about the thing I have forgotten will hurt a lot.
Okay. I'll be sure to say a bunch of stuff to you.
You know,
Vaguely.
you know me better than the others, so just be prepared.
Okay.
Okay. Carrick is coming here. She's just doing some spell preparation.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah. When we all get together, we need to talk about what this is. Because
Okay.
it's nuts.
Okay. And I'm just gonna sort of sit down on the floor next to the cot.
And as you do, I would like you to make me a Constitution save.
Oh, yay, I am so good at con saves. Oh, decent roll. 18.
Okay. Then your hit die is a D8?
Let me check. I think it's a. That sound. Yeah, it's a D8.
Okay. So lucky you. You made the con save. So
Glad to hear it.
you are going to lose a couple of HP, but not anywhere close to as bad as it could have been.
Okay.
You lose 7 hit points,
Okay.
and you feel this horrible rush go through your body, like a headache coming on, but extremely fast. And you feel nauseous for a moment,
Okay.
almost like vertigo set in.
Oh, I'm familiar. Yeah.
And then nothing, and it's gone.
Have I felt anything like that before?
The last time you felt that was when you lost your memory of Tasha. As outside of the tent, all of you see the first light of dawn peek over the horizon.
Do I see this?
What you see from your perspective is the veins in Curiosity's odd wing begin to pulse, and the look of consternation and abrupt pain, almost like if you had stubbed your toe or kicked a door or something like that, come over Curiosity's features, and then it's just gone as though it wasn't there.
Curie,
Yeah.
do you know who I am?
Do I know who she is? Yeah.
And who we're traveling with?
Joran and Carrick. And possibly somebody new.
Do you know what we're doing here?
We are here to fight Leone and the Draco Lich.
Who have you lost?
There's no way for Curiosity to know that.
What do you mean?
You lost someone important to you recently, someone very important.
Does this sound familiar?
I mean, you definitely recall what the curse is.
Yeah.
That didn't go away. It's
Yeah.
simply, it's sort of like, okay, what do you know about thermodynamics? If you've never studied thermodynamics, you can't tell anybody the things you don't know about it.
Yeah.
It's sort of like that in the way that, like, you don't know who is the person that's in charge of tech support right now for Roll20.
Yeah.
So you
Okay.
can't say, well, I forgot that person.
But the fact
That's-
that she's saying you lost somebody recently, and I'm just like, do I
You,
feel like do I feel
you-
grief?
You wouldn't necessarily feel grief because you didn't feel grief before to lose Tasha. You didn't have any idea that you had lost Tasha.
Yeah.
So you don't have any idea that you've lost somebody else now. You're aware of what the curse is, so
Yeah.
you understand that
Yeah.
you lost somebody. You don't
No,
have any concept or ability to understand who it is.
I thought she meant lost as in the concept of somebody had died recently,
Ah.
specifically.
That's what she meant.
So that was why I was asking if I remembered losing somebody in that capacity. Euphemisms are a bitch.
Mhm.
Do I remember somebody dying recently? That grief. Does the fact that she said-
Recently? No. I mean, to be more clear, Curiosity remembers everything that's happened up until now in the game. all of the adventure that all of you have been on so far feels unaffected.
Okay.
Everything seems fine.
Last question. Who are your parents?
But that's the fucking question, isn't it?
From your
Fuck you,
knowledge.
Mark. Am I able to rattle
Yeah.
off
Oh, yeah.
Einar and Felix and a woman named M, apparently?
V.
Oh, wait, why do I have M in my head?
I don't know.
Yeah. 'Cause
Maybe you've
Maybe
watched
I
a lot
have
of
V.
James Bond.
Yeah, no worries.
Maybe by rushing to write V, wrote M by accident.
Maybe. But yeah, and I'll say that then.
Maybe I told you V and you're like, fuck you, Mike. And then you just wrote the M.
Yeah. Okay, then V.
Okay. Yeah, no. From the exchange you have here, Tasha is convinced that Curiosity maintains the memories necessary for them to recall everyone in your group and the mission they're on and the general history and everything.
Okay.
You have not hit on anything
Can I quickly
that
do?
seems amiss.
Can I quickly do like a very quick rundown of the questions I asked Curie to see what they remember and what they don't?
If you do, you will suffer one more point of exhaustion.
That will
Okay.
kill you, I'm fairly certain.
Yeah.
The next level of exhaustion is death.
Yeah, so don't do that.
Yeah,
Please.
yeah, okay, now I'll just
You're so far
As
down
long
to
as-
use that much energy would kill you.
It's not, look, I remember my parents, I remember all of you, I remember whatever it is. I don't need it right now.
okay. We'll figure it out.
Am I at the command tent yet?
You are.
Okay.
You enter in at the end of this conversation.
Okay, so what am I here for?
Curie, can I talk to Carrick alone, please?
Oh,
It's I'll talk to you about it after. I just need to check something with him,
okay. I'll
please.
go find Joran and see if I can help tidy up around the camp, I guess. And
Okay.
I'll leave.
All right.
All right. So I need your help with something.
Okay.
When Curiosity and I were in the thing in the space of whatever the fuck, something happened. This, and I pull out the ring. This flared up, and as you can see, it left a fucking mark. And then Curiosity appeared. And it's just been really fucking weird. And this is a ring that they gave me a long time ago, and I just forgot to see what it did. And now it's doing the same thing again. It's been bugging me. I wanted you to
So it's been flaring up and hurting you?
kind of, and it's been making me feel weird shit. Could you check and see what this does? I don't know what this does.
Okay. Yeah, I'll identify it. What do I get?
Have you prepared the identify spell yet, or are you doing it as the ritual?
I'm gonna just cast it. Yeah.
Then which ring are you trying to get identified?
The ring.
The ring you're wearing?
My ring.
Then you would know that this is a ring of the master. It is a ring that is used to compulsively control up to 12 rings of the slave at any given moment.
Okay.
I can give you the actual item stats later, but that's the gist.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we don't got time for a million ritual casts of Identify. So, all right. So, it's a Ring of the Master. Controls. You can control up to 12 people wearing rings of the slave. So it came in a set with the one with Curiosity.
Fuck. Control. What exactly does that mean?
Pretty much.
Control to what extent?
I mean, to the extent of, they're your slave kind of thing.
They wouldn't be able to disagree with you. They would always go along with your plans, and they would always back you, even if what you thought was a good idea was a bad idea to them.
Yeah, just kind of explain that. So yeah, they just do whatever. They're backing your play. They do what you want.
They
free will.
They effectively work like they're under the effects of a suggestion spell.
Yeah. They kind of lose free will when it comes to you. That kind of thing.
Oh, fuck.
So, I mean, we got to get that ring off of Curiosity.
Yeah, we do.
But,
Really, the only most positive thing about it is that it allows you to use the message cantrip at will between you and anyone that you're attuned to wearing a slave ring.
Okay. So, can I know we need to tell Curiosity about this, and we need to get the ring off. I need to do it my way, though. We can't tell Curiosity about this now.
what is your way?
Now, hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
I put the ring back on for just a second. Just a second.
I haven't given you the ring back. It's in my hands.
No, I'm saying this.
Okay.
Like,
You put the ring on.
only to take it off of Curiosity when they don't know it's there.
What?
Because they already have a lot on their plate. If they know about this, it's just going to make it worse. I will tell them the truth once we finish here in the Vale.
No, that sounded a bit too secretly kind of stuff for my taste.
Look, a lot of people have lied to Curiosity, okay?
Mm-hmm. How about you don't be one of them? How about that? So here's a neat idea. You get some sleep. I'm going to go take that ring off.
No. No.
Have
listen.
fun trying to stop me, Shortcakes. I'm going to walk off.
Fuck!
This is the fucking best thing that has happened in this game.
He's not gonna hear the end of the fact that he just called Tasha Shortcakes.
No.
Yeah, and she can't go after him because she's too exhausted.
Exhausted. She can't even cast shit.
Nope.
Ugh.
Well, I'm not that far from the tent.
No. Curiosity has walked off into the camp to try and find Joran and help. I'd say you've made it out into about the middle of the camp.
Yeah.
Maybe setting back up cots in order to put people on if you find them, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
When Carrick storms out of the tent.
Yeah, just go find Curiosity.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
6 foot. I'm 6 foot tall with indigo skin and big ass wings and a teal coloured coat. I'm fairly easy to spot.
Right. It's like Willy Wonka with wings.
Oh, but the Gene Wilder Willy Wonka.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You find Wilford Wonka setting up cots in a forest.
So yeah, just walk up to Curiosity. So there's kind of a disturbing thing that's kind of gone down. And I'm gonna look at Curiosity. They're wearing a ring of the
Yeah,
slave.
they're
like
clearly
they-
wearing the ring.
So we got to get this ring off of you. I'm gonna
What
point at the
ring?
ring.
So nobody is wearing the ring of the master now. So that ring that you're wearing is plainly visible, which should be a bit confusing for you.
What the?
So you know how you and Tasha can message each other close distance.
Well, we have these, and I stick out my tongue to show the
Oh.
tongue that of sending.
Neat. Okay, so doubled up on it. You could have technically been doing it beforehand with these rings you were wearing.
Okay.
Tasha didn't know what they were, but this is a ring of the master. That's a ring of the slave. So kind of.
I gave Tasha that ring years ago. And I'm just gonna fucking look at the one on my hand, the one that's surrounded by burn and smooth skin from where the fur burned away. Okay.
So
Why did I not know I was wearing this?
I think it's probably got to do with the enchantment on that ring, but it does kind of like subvert free will when it comes to Tasha. So we got to get this off of you right now.
Oh, okay. And I'll start taking it off.
Okay. Yeah, there's no resistance. It comes off immediately.
All right.
This looks like the ring, Zondi, that I took from Leone.
That would make sense. Help him control a bunch of people and whatnot.
Right.
So, yeah. Okay, so we got that off.
Okay.
Would I need to dispel anything? Just make sure it's done. Now that it's off, it's over.
Yeah, it's off. It's off.
Okay.
Yeah, spare you all the stats on the ring for the moment, but yeah, as soon as it's removed, it's done. Like what's done is done.
How do I feel when that comes off?
There's two major feelings that wash over you as it comes off. First is general relief. In fact, you feel more steady and more sure than you have in a long time. The aching fear, in fact, that was left over from Leone seems to just be leaking out of you. And additionally, you feel this utter dread setting in that if this has been going on for this long, how do you know what of your feelings are real and if you're here by your own free will or not?
So I understand this has a lot of troubling implications for you and Tasha, which I'm sure you guys can talk out. Understand Tasha was not aware of this and did not want you to continue wearing the slavery once it was found out what was going on. I think you guys have a lot to talk about, but I don't think we can really afford to keep Tasha up too much longer.
No, we need to sleep. Leon is
So,
somewhere out here. We need to rest so we can.
yeah. So let's gather everyone up. I can kind of help get a quick short rest in, and then I got a safe place for us to get a long rest in.
Okay. I'll go find Joran and Bernard and gather them together. Do you need space? Can we use the command tent?
How big's the command tent?
The command tent is about 20 by 20.
Oh yeah, so my Lehman's tiny hut can fit in with a 10-foot radius.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah.
I'll go get the boys. Meet you at the command tent?
Sure enough.
Okay. No, go find somebody
Okay,
who's
yeah.
got a question.
Tom.
So the guy that I saved from the march.
Yes.
He's still around?
I assume you kept him, like, close.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So yeah, I still keep him close.
But
and
being
take...
Joran, you did not, like, put him in chains or anything?
No. I just give him a stern look every once in a while. And that's it.
Right, okay.
But yeah, I keep him around, and if we go into the tiny hut, I bring him with.
Okay. Cool. He expresses to you that his name is Podge.
Podge.
Yeah, imagine the word dodge, but with a P in front instead of a D.
We've lost Jade.
It's too good of a name, right?
You know the word Todger?
I do.
That's because otherwise, funny both.
No, this dwarf, his name is Podge, son of Hodge.
Cool. Yeah. Bring him with.
Okay. And Bernard as well, who has essentially become your backpack. And
Animal backpacks.
I'm on the shoulder. It's like Master Blaster.
right. So there you go. I was wondering how long it would take before there was a Master Blaster reference. Mad Max Beyond the Veil of Leone. Okay. So yeah, so you conjure your Leoman's tiny hut inside of the command center?
Well, Curiosity's going to get everyone. I'm going to walk back in to the command tent, give both of the rings to Tasha, and just go, I told them that you didn't want them to be wearing the ring anymore, and that you guys have a lot to talk about. But we should probably get some sleep first.
And you told them the truth about everything?
I told them the truth about the ring, yeah. Trust me, you cannot afford for Curiosity to find out that once you knew what was going on, you kept the ring on them. That's the betrayal here. But you talked about waiting a little bit.
No. My thought was to take off the ring without telling them what it was. Because they don't need that baggage on them right now.
Oh. Yep. Okay. I think that's a bit morally iffy, and that would be more damaging to your friendship than anything else. But,
friendship? You think what happened there was friendship?
I think you two thought it was something like friendship or maybe more. I don't really know. But
That's not my point. Whatever. As shitty days go, this is by far the worst. I'm gonna just go to
Just wait for
sleep.
tomorrow.
mhm. I think that's a good
Are
choice.
are you doing something or casting something someplace we can?
I'm gonna just sit down and start casting Leone's tiny hut ritually, like pull out the spell book and just start like throwing the ingredients around.
Do you cast it around an area or do we have to enter it?
I cast it around an area, so it's gonna be
So I
inside the
don't
tent.
move.
You don't have to move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carrick,
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
real quick. It's good you gave me the ring back because it has more significance. I'll talk about it later. Just don't let anyone mess with these. I point at the ring of rings around my neck. I'll talk to you guys about it tomorrow, later today, wherever, whenever. Fuck. Good night. And I put the curiosities ring on mine as well as the master. Like I put both of them together on one
Okay.
finger.
All right. When you do that, I want you to roll 1d8 for me.
Uh-oh.
It's going to fucking.
3.
3. You are instantly now at level 2 exhaustion.
Huh.
Huh. What do I feel?
Uh,
What does level 2 give me?
So all you have now is disadvantage on ability checks, and your speed is halved.
Shit. That,
Additionally, on top of that, as long as you continue to wear both rings, you have advantage on all insight checks, and you have resistance to psychic damage.
Nice.
Makes sense. You're in
That's very
control of
sensible.
yourself. You are your own slave.
Precisely.
Mhm.
While wearing both of the rings, you gain an advantage that you wouldn't have by only having one of them.
Okay.
Other people have a much harder time taking control of you,
Cool.
and you find
So-
yourself filled with more sort of inspiration to keep moving forward.
Does that help with charm at all?
It doesn't help with charm, but it does help with exhaustion, and it helps with psychic damage and the
Okay.
ability to be persuaded things.
Okay.
So if somebody
Yeah.
was to use like persuasion, intimidation, deception, you get advantage to insight those.
Fantastic. Okay.
Mhm.
So now that I feel like I have a bit more energy, I'm gonna reach out and punch Carrick's shoulder as hard as I can, and
Mhm.
say, "That was for calling me shortcakes."
Hmm.
Carrick immediately takes back both the rings.
Yeah.
I'm wearing them. You can try. I have energy now.
All right. I mean, yeah, you impact my arcane ward that's fully charged. But...
Boom.
It's a thought that counts. Good night.
For point of order, when Curie comes, they sleep on the other side.
On the other side of the tent?
Or as far away from her as the tiny hut will allow.
Feels good, man. Yeah, great. Cool.
question, Mike. After
Yeah.
an 8 hours long rest,
Mhm.
the fire immunity will have worn off by then, won't it?
That is correct.
Thank you. I thought it would. I just wanted to clarify. Thank you.
It technically, when you had gotten it, it was midday in the Rookery. It is now, after your 8-hour rest, going to be midday in the Vale.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, essentially, by the time you finish your long rest, it will have vanished.
Before we do the long rest, I do want to cast Catnap on anyone who wants a short rest for any reason, in case anything happens in the night.
During the night. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, me too.
Mhm.
After the long rest, I lose the 78. Right.
It's just 24 hours, I thought.
24 hours.
Oh.
So it'll be at nighttime, the end of this day.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Sure.
So yeah. So I'll go in on the short rest also, because that gives me some spell slots back in case anything happens at nighttime.
Mike, the
I'm
wand
here.
of lightning bolts. How many charges does it regain per dawn?
Excellent
I don't have
question.
it written.
Yeah, give me just one moment. I'll look.
Sure.
Just before I prepare spells, the plan for the upcoming day is to fight dragons.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
It's 1d6 plus 1 expended charges.
Okay.
So either I can roll that or you can.
I'll do it. Thank you.
Sure.
I'll tell you the number now, actually.
Sure.
That's 3 plus 1, so I have 4 charges.
Okay, there you go.
Shit.
You didn't use all of your charges before, did you?
I did. And I rolled
did?
the 20 for it, and I didn't get a 1.
Okay. Just making sure. I couldn't recall if we had rolled that last time.
I
Yeah.
should have told you mid-combat.
Just a clarification. Campaign ruling. What's the cap on attuned items? Is it the standard?
It is 4.
Then
Artificers get an additional attunement, so an artificer can have up to 5.
Okay. I'm gonna spend before sleeping time attuning to the ring of greater invisibility.
Mhm. Okay.
Which now I am at 4 because I've got ring of protection, ring of greater invisibility, good luck stone, and one other thing. Oh, cloak of displacement, which is currently on.
Okay.
So
You have a lot of things that are very roguey.
don't I? Don't I just?
So
Nairi's got a question too.
yes, I saw the hand. I'm just making a die roll real quick. So you regain your missing stone on that ring.
Sweet. So that's 5 charges.
5 charges total.
Greater invisibility lasts 1 minute, and you can cast and attack using it. Great. Thank you very much.
Sure. Yes. Tasha.
I have 2
Nairi.
questions.
Yes.
Quickly. 1, does monster refer to anything that's not a humanoid?
Yes.
What do you?
Charm monster,
Well, I
for
mean, so
instance.
it's when you use charm monster, that is for anything that is that has the monster subtype. Like if
Okay.
it's a monstrosity.
Okay. All right.
But it technically includes all things that are monsters, like anything that would be in the monster manual that is not covered by immunity to charm.
Okay. So I'm going to switch out. I'm still thinking about what spell it's going to be. I'll get to that, but I'm going to switch out the spell on my ring for one
Okay.
spell slot. After the short rest,
Mhm.
and actually no, since we need to keep it. Since we need to keep the slots in case something happens, what I'm going to do, I'm going to spend one spell slot just to cast Dream over to Amalar to make sure everything's okay.
Okay. Who are you trying to connect with?
My mother.
Sybil?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The connection to Sybil is not as strong as it was the first time. You find yourself not in your home, but in a prison cell.
Oh fuck. Do I see? Well, can I sort of make it so that the dream shows what situation she'd be in using her mind to create the image?
You can't make her mind create the space that she is in the real world. You can only enter into the place that her own dream crafts or change it in a fashion that you can create. So if you have seen her in whatever state she's in, you can make that room. Right now, you are in a prison cell because this is where her mind put her.
So I can either enter the dream she's having, or I can make a whole new dream appear for her.
Correct.
Okay.
But when you connect with her, she is in a prison cell, sitting on a rotten bench, wearing her usual clothing from the Ham Fist, that is in tatters and covered in dirt and filth and blood, and her face looks beaten and bruised.
Right, so if that's her dream, I'm gonna switch it up entirely, make her be sitting in front of a hearth with clean clothes and completely healthy body and everything, and I'm gonna manifest myself in.
Okay.
And I'm gonna talk to her.
Okay.
It's up to you if you want to just summarize through this, or if we want to roleplay this. I don't know, up to you.
Mm-hmm. She seems, even with all of the things that you've done to adjust things for her, she seems distant. Like she's not altogether aware of what's going on. Where before she seemed totally in control of herself.
I'm going to wrap my arms around her. I'm going to reassure her that everything's going to be better. And I'm going to promise her that I'm going to be there for her. And I'm going to ask if she's okay or if she's safe.
I don't know. It's so cold. It's so dark. I haven't seen the girls in 3 days.
Fuck. Has it been 3 days since I last dreamed with her?
Or maybe it was a week. I'm so tired. They said that you you were enemies of the state. That we were suspicious people and we couldn't be trusted anymore. They came in the night and they took us. They took us.
You listen to me. None of what they said is true. I'm telling you this as your daughter. None of what they said is true. I'm going to end this. I'm going to make it better, and I'm going to come and get you out of there. I promise you. I swear to you. I'm going to undo everything they've done. I'm going to get you, Hux, and the girls out of there.
It's not safe. It's not safe for good people anymore.
It will be. And if they try to change that, well, I'll fucking show them why they can't. We all will.
I can hear them. I
Them?
can hear them. They're coming.
Tell me
hear
everything.
them.
Tell me everything you can hear.
Footsteps. I can smell something rotten. I can hear them laughing. They're done building the gallows now. Tasha, I love, and it's cut off.
No. No. No, 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 no. No. This is out loud. Fuck.
Is this like when everyone first goes to sleep?
No, this is like before, like after you've done the short rest.
So
Shit.
before I do a long rest, so I don't know if everyone's still up, but I was going to conjure an elemental and bind it because I have the slots to do that.
Okay.
But for tomorrow, I'm just going to do an air elemental.
Okay.
But yeah, so that'll take me an hour before we actually take a long rest.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Or I.
That just means you'll kind of wake up a little bit later than everybody else. Not a big deal. If Tasha can even bring herself to sleep at this point.
Fuck.
That pensive look on you, Nairi.
Listen, you just told me that my D&D mom is about to be hanged. Well, at least that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. Looking at curiosity. Looking at the rest of the group. She's just going to lay down. She's just going to lay down.
Okay.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm. All right.
For what it's
So
worth,
if anybody,
I was asleep during that. Bed down.
just gonna clarify if there's anybody that has anything else to do before I declare that you have slept your long rest. No, no, no. Okay, long rest is now over. Congratulations, you have now
rest.
spent a long rest somewhere.
Fuck.
Finally.
Yeah, it's been almost 2 days.
Mm-hmm. Point of order, Mike. Is anyone else's HP max aside? Because John's obviously got the temp HP. Is anyone else's max HP affected, or can everybody just like get a full night's rest?
No, I think that everybody can get a full night's rest.
Okay.
Do I get my HP back? You said my HP
Yeah,
is halved.
your hit points were halved. So but that's your maximum HP.
Mm-hmm.
So once your exhaustion went to 2 instead of 5, that went away.
Okay, cool.
So you've spent a long rest, which is not just sleep. It also involves you eating and drinking and sort of preparing yourself for the next day. I assume that is what you're all doing now. I am going to call for a wisdom save off of Tasha.
Yeah. Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Plus 10, 22.
Okay. So even with that.
So
yeah.
Sorry. Have I not got disadvantage?
No, that's all checks, not saves.
Okay, cool. Okay. Still 22. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. No, you're fine. 22, and you find that even with this harrowing news upon you, you still find the strength to eat and drink and prepare yourself. Had you not made the save, you would have found it impossible to eat, and thus would not have fixed any of your exhaustion.
Fair.
So you slept, ate, and drank. That reduces your exhaustion to level 1. So you now just have a disadvantage on ability checks.
Cool.
You now have the opportunity, if anybody needs to spend hit die, anything like that. Yes, Joran.
Once the breakfast is done,
Mm-hmm.
I will gather everyone for a group meeting.
Okay.
And Podge is next to me.
Yes, he is. Confused as ever why he's still alive.
Oh, thank you.
Cool. Are we all around?
No, where else to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 10-foot diameter sphere we're all in.
Yeah,
so.
it's cozy.
Sorry, she will be.
Okay. I gather everyone around.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everyone. This is Podge. Podge. This is Bernard, Curiosity, Tosha, and Carrick.
I won't remember those names.
It doesn't matter. Why don't you tell us something about yourself? Where are you from?
I'm from the fishing villages of Dvarton.
Any family?
Yeah, I have a sister and a brother, and my mother and father are back at home.
And how are they doing?
I assume fine. I haven't been home in several weeks, but when I left, they were good.
And
Are you going to kill my family?
No.
Yeah, Jordan, I will say I'm going to back Pudge up on this one. It sounds a lot like you're threatening his family.
Podge.
Pudge, sorry.
Did you know any?
I legit thought that was in character, as Carrick just being like, I'm going to mispronounce your name now.
Have you had any friends in that battalion?
Yes.
Would you tell us their names?
I had my brother Roderick, and I had met two men that went by the name of Hayek, and the other one was Gorm. And there were a lot of good men in our unit.
Did those two men that you remember their names? Did they have any family? They speak about any?
But I mean, I don't really know about the others' family, but Roderick was the oldest of us, and my sister is still out there somewhere, and then there was me, and that's our whole family.
Of course. Well, so you've been hired. You're a mercenary, or are you a part of the military of MLR?
I'm not from MLR.
Oh, then why were you traveling with that?
Because of the flyer. And he pulls a scroll out and hands it to you.
I read it.
Join today the illustrious Amilari Knights. Fight good fights, win the war, destroy the scourge of Amilar.
I read it out loud.
And on it has poorly drawn characters of each of you.
I drop it on the ground. Well, we all were hired at some point in our lives, in our adventuring lives, to do certain jobs. We are good people. We're good. And
you killed my brother.
What happened was very unfortunate. There were 99 souls lost yesterday. 99 good people. We didn't know who they were, but nevertheless, and I take it as my responsibility, well, killed every single one of them. Look at him. He's just a person. He's no evil lord who tries to rule over some poor lands and who tries to use everyone around him. Just a regular person. Killed 99 podges yesterday. It's not going to happen again.
I don't think any one of us wanted to start that fight, Drawn. But once we were in it, There was no. They were trying to kill us. Kind of feel like
They were trying to kill us. We didn't need to kill them. I went through an entire city filled with pirates. I didn't kill single one of them.
Did you fight 100 of them at once?
Many of them that day.
I don't have any way to not. If I'm fighting people, it's gonna hurt them. I don't have a way to put them to sleep or do anything like that.
No banishes.
I can do that to what? A person? For a minute? John, I can't deal with 100 people without killing some of them if we're fighting them. If we can save them, I'd love to save them. And now that we know that he's hired innocent people, I suggest the way we save their lives in the future is by not engaging them in the first place. Let them go past us. We don't need to fight them. But we know that they think we're the ones who are attacking their country. They're going to attack us. So until we can clear our names, I think we just got to lay low.
I agree with you. And I know our spells aren't very gentle. I go to my pack. I take out like maybe how much do I left? No. I write it in. Maybe. I don't know. I take out some rations and give it to Podge. I take out 200 gold pieces and give it to him. Here's some money and some food. I believe you'll find more food around the camp. We are, as you know, in the Vale of Leone. And I hope with this you can get home. There sure is a weapon or a shield here. You can stay here, you can go home and do whatever. But you don't need to follow me anymore.
You're letting me go?
Yes.
Podge,
Why?
we've come to believe that Amlar's government has been infiltrated by the people responsible for these things going on. So we're a target of them. We understand why you were sent after us, and I, like Jordan here, am very regretful that anything has happened to these people that just signed up to protect their neighbors. But I can't do much for any of them, but I'm going to reach into my bag of holding and pull out one of the diamonds worth 2,000 gold.
Okay.
And just give it to him and go, this should be enough to pay for someone to resurrect your brother if you get him back to civilization. You need to get somewhere within 10 days, though. I don't know how that's going to work for you. There's some stuff around here. Maybe get some horses or something. I'll mark one of those diamonds off.
He makes this face, there's this look that comes across him, like almost like for a moment he wants to say something, but then he just tears up and walks out.
I know none of you bad people. but we need to do better. That's all I wanted to say.
All right. So we got a dragon to fight. We're not going to be immune to fire. I can make myself immune to fire.
Let me interject for a sec. So we can safely assume that Fuckface was using the rings to control a bunch of things all over. One of the rings, as I found out yesterday, is directly linked to Mr. Bitch-ass Draco Lich Y-mir. So my thought is I can use this ring that I have to maybe have the Draco Lich fight Leone for us. If it works that way, we can look into it. But my thought is there are a lot.
Which
Of
one of the
them.
rings?
I look at the rings around my neck, and point out the one that was specific to Y-mir.
Could
Okay.
I take a look at that?
Sure. I just fine. I take it out of the ring of rings and I give it to him, but just that one. I put the
Alright.
rest back.
Okay.
I don't want to waste a spell on it, so I'm going to ritually cast Identify.
Okay.
I have not. Oh,
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say that Tasha has not whatsoever looked at curiosity at all day. Sure.
Yes. You identify the ring. It is definitely a ring of the slave.
So wait, wouldn't he have to be wearing this ring?
That was my thought. But why would I be able to communicate with him?
What is the ring I was wearing?
Sorry, you cut out.
What does the ring I was wearing say to you now?
I take it off for a second and I try to listen to it. Do I hear anything from it?
Tasha! Yeah, it clearly identifies itself as curiosity and swears allegiance to you, O great and powerful master.
Says nothing, just a couple mumbles.
Insight check.
Deception, I'm assuming?
And for the first time, I won't have fucking disadvantage on it against you.
Yep. I don't have advantage against you.
Nope. $19.
Okay.
You beat me. I rolled a 2. Even my massive bonus does not get me to a 19.
So there you are.
15. Yeah, no, she's bullshitting. It definitely says something.
I go up to you and I slap you.
All right. Is that non-lethal damage?
A slap, yeah. I'm not trying to kill. Not that pissed off.
So roll. It's 1d6 plus your strength mod.
Okay, what is my strength mod? I think it's...
For a slap?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's unarmed. It's unarmed. It's an unarmed strike. that I'm not proficient in. So, D6. I thought an unarmed strike was just 1 plus. your
Yeah,
strength mod.
that's what I was asking.
I have to roll to attack unless she's not trying to avoid it.
She wouldn't.
No, you're right.
So
It's not 1. It's a 1d4. I got the number wrong.
Oh,
1d4 plus strength mod.
do you try to avoid it? Because if so, I'll roll to attack.
No.
Okay. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Slap damage.
Yeah.
Right. You take 3 points of bitch slap damage with the backhand.
I don't know how long you have been lying to me, Tasha, but I really fucking hope it's not something you have a habit of doing. What does it say?
I hear your voice calling from it. Swearing allegiance. Does that make you feel better?
No, it makes me feel like shit.
Then why
But
do you
it's
think I lied?
Because friends are supposed to be honest. And because we're trying to figure out how these rings could help us. And having a person who's worn one in their room might actually be a useful point of reference. But you're the smart one. So
Well,
I'm gonna
since
go get
it's
some air.
apparent.
Excuse me. And I'm just gonna I can leave the hut, right?
Mhm.
It's not like I'm gonna just step outside.
Only I can't leave the hut.
Okay. But before
You're
I take
stuck
a
with
step-
this awkwardness.
Pizza the Hut.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, this is hurting me.
Okay, so
I feel something here.
I'm going to completely
Probably heartburn.
ignore the slap
Ignore that. Ignore the teen bullshit drama that's quite right.
and just go, okay, so that means that we know that Y-mir used to be wearing the ring. I don't know if that helps us, though.
So here's my thought. If they used to be wearing these rings, what happens if I wear them? Along
The
with my
slave
master
rings?
ring. Along with my master ring.
I don't know what happened with you wearing the other slave ring.
It fucking gave me energy. I don't know. It just did something for me.
I mean, the only thing I would be wary of is if maybe one of these slave rings is like attuned to another master ring.
Master ring. Could we see if that's the case?
What I know with the identify I did on the ring, nah, I got nothing. I think it's probably best to assume that it had a previously associated master ring with it, and we should maybe not put it on to experiment.
Yeah, especially not if Leone's wearing that ring, because that would be kind of fucked up.
So, we don't want him to have these rings. Do we need
No.
to have these rings for what we're doing today?
We need to definitely have them with us.
Why?
Well, maybe not for today, but for what I saw in these rings, they definitely need to be looked into in the future.
But we don't need them today for what we're fighting Leone. We don't want him to get them back. If we all die, we don't want him to have these rings.
What are you suggesting?
I'm gonna put the ring somewhere safe.
Somewhere we can get them back.
Somewhere I can get them back.
And if you die, no one can ever get them back.
Well, I can tell you where they are. You could try and get them back.
I like that. Jesus Christ. I take off the
You like that a little too much.
yeah, I made stuff happen over there. I take the thing
Mage
off
hand.
and I hand him the hoop.
Okay. I rolled, so we already hit done. I rolled on my the staff of the Magi, and it's back to fully charged.
Okay.
So I'm going to burn 7 of those charges to cast Plane Shift on this loop of rings and put them in my vault demi plane.
Okay.
and just go, okay, so the password is Ufta. Just don't go in. But once you open that door, say Ufta. You got about 6 seconds to say Ufta. Do not go in there without saying it.
Okay.
You will be very dead. So
So whatever you just did right now, do the same thing. Say oofta. Then
no, you're gonna have to find your own way into that plane. They're a little bit hard to get to. Yeah, just it's in my spell books and stuff. So if I die, look in the spell books, see, bring it to a mage. Bring it to my dad. He can help you out.
okay. Have you ever wondered maybe if someone sneezed or coughed and accidentally said the thing? I mean, you realize it sounds kind of like a sneeze or a cough.
Ufta? Yeah, it's a good.
Yeah.
It's like ugh. It's just like Ufta.
So you're saying that someone who's standing at the edge of this keeps saying passwords and is not finding the right thing, they could literally go, oh, oofta, and they can just actually get into your demiplane.
I don't know about you, but outside of a very select group of people, I have never heard Ufta so many times in a conversation than right now in my life. So I'm pretty secure in the knowledge that no one's going to accidentally say Ufta.
Guys.
Okay.
Guys.
Just
that's
yeah.
a bit.
Look, I'm just making sure it's secure. Okay.
Yeah. It's
bottom line is these need to be secure because they have some significance once we're done here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're pretty
So
good.
at this point, who is outside of the hut? Just curiosity. Okay. From outside of the hut, you hear the soul-crushing sound of the screech of a dragon. Sounds like nails on a chalkboard turned up to 11, mixed with the sound of a freight train.
Okay. Is it the same one that we heard that night with Y-mir, or is it different? Is it
It is the same howl as you heard over the city of Coriolis.
Is there any way to get a bead on where it's coming?
It is coming from north of the camp that you're in right now.
Dewine camp, given my familiarity with the area.
I'm sorry, do you what? You cut off partly.
Sorry, let me move a bit closer to my mic.
Yeah.
Do I know what is north of this camp, given my familiarity with the area?
You know that north of this camp, you enter into the actual central area of the Vale, and you would encounter the World Tree and the underground root structure of the tree where they have the festival every year.
I march back into the tent. It's just like, we need to go, and we need to go now.
Hi, get up.
All right, yeah, get on the broom.
Shit, I have no way to fly. Can I fly with you?
Who
Sure.
are you asking?
Carrick.
Sure, yeah. Jump on.
I hop on.
You've got boots of fly.
Bernard will exit and get on to Miss.
Well, I got boots of flight. Winged boots. Sorry, winged boots.
Yeah.
You have like 4 hours of flight a day.
It has 3 charges. When used, I can fly my movement speed for a turn.
Oh.
So you could couple up with Bernard and ride on the guard drake.
I will.
All right. Joran and Bernard riding into action together.
Bernard's gonna take his special seat on top of Joran's shoulder.
Awesome.
We're just
We're just
Awesome.
stacking beasties. It's great.
Right. Just beasts on beasts on beasts.
Mm.
I've definitely said a porno with that title. Anyway. No, but it was a funny thing to say.
Roll for Mandingo.
Jeez.
I learned a thing I didn't want to know.
How many shots do I need to take in order to forget this conversation exists?
But yeah, let's head up over the tree line and go.
Okay.
Like skim the tops of the trees. So not stupidly high, basically, and easy enough to like drop back down into the canopy if something was coming.
Uh-huh.
But this way we avoid like having to navigate trees, anything that might be lurking down there that isn't friendly, so on and so forth.
Okay.
And I'll lead the way.
Okay, so just follow.
Just 1 second while I prep where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
I am dead inside. Everything's fine.
Hey, you only have one level of exhaustion.
Oh,
From
I
a
think that was
dragon.
referred to Nairi.
Huh?
All right.
I assumed it was Nairi that was
And-
talking about being
Oh
dead
yeah.
inside.
Yeah, it's Nairi.
There we go.
Uh-oh. Where we go?
Oh boy, that's a long
Ooh.
map.
Dang.
It is a long map. So go ahead and you can put your tokens right here.
Oh, Jesus, roll 20. Where, sorry?
That's
Oh,
not the right token.
on that circle. Go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can put them in any position you need to. Yeah, if you need to.
The right token's not showing up for me.
No, me neither.
Then let me take a look. Gotcha.
I think if there are set tokens, remove them and it'll automatically go to our avatars.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, but it's lagging out on Roll20 for me.
Yeah, it's very laggy.
Oh, hey! Scrat rated our channel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Scrat.
Yeah, thank you for that. Hey, everybody. If you're new here,
Hi.
great to see you.
Whichever hand you can see.
Let's see. Yeah, this has taken a long time.
I'll just
There we
use
go.
the old one for now.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's not
There.
bad.
By the way, we hit our regular time mark.
Have we?
Yes.
Yep.
I know.
Oh, wow.
We just get to start next time with a fun.
Mm.
Oh.
Okay. So yeah, let's just go ahead and keep moving, and we'll do the adjustments before we play next time.
Okay.
I was able to change Tasha's out, but it's going to take forever for me to move through all of these right now.
No worries.
Okay. So Joran has already sprinted into the forest, it looks like.
Yes.
Joran and Bernard on Mizuchi.
Yeah, I'm along for the ride here.
Hey, yeah. I mean, obviously, you're along for the ride on your own mount.
Yep.
no big deal here.
Yeah. How does that work? Are the reins like up to you while you're on his shoulders?
That's a very good visual.
Oh yeah.
So you are now moving through the woods, heading towards the sound of destruction and chaos. The rampant, violent sounds of a dragon that is, for lack of a better terminology, coming unhinged. Angry sounds. I would like everyone to make a survival check.
I have disadvantage, don't I?
You do.
Yeah.
I rolled 2 on both. 7.
Fuck. Also 7.
In some ways, we're still the same.
23.
15.
18.
Okay. So how appropriate with you out front that that Joran is the one that gets the highest of the rolls. As you move through the forest, did anybody get anything below a 15? No?
Yeah.
Getting no.
So hands are up.
We did-
Sorry, I didn't realize you
yeah.
weren't.
I'm not looking at cams right now, so
Kiri
Yeah,
and
we-
Tasha.
Yeah, we got 7.
okay. Both of you, while moving through this area, are moving as though you were on difficult terrain.
I'm on Carrick's broom. Do I just go off of his?
You'd go off of his then.
And I
Okay.
have my bonus action dash, so I'd still be able to just keep up.
Just making sure that you're aware that if you touch down, you're gonna have a bad time.
Okay.
There we go. And I fixed your act. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so Joran out in front with your survival at a 24. I'm not even going to make you make the subsequent roll to enter the next section of the map. There we go. As you go deeper and deeper into the forest, and you find that the trees in this area are still green. However, around their roots, it's as though they're starting to shrivel up, almost the same way you saw Tasha shrivel up from the necrotic damage that she suffered at the hands of Leone.
Cool.
And you find that there are no animals of any kind here. No birds, no critters of any kind. It is dead quiet, aside from the sound of the dragon.
Quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I have speech of beast and leaf.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask the trees what's going on.
Death has come to the Vale.
Cool. Guess I keep on.
Okay, so everyone can move up to up into the next area, and I would like another survival check.
Same thing.
28.
Same thing. 7.
7.
So the DC has gone up here. So did anybody get below a 20?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So not Joran. Joran made it.
28.
28. Everybody else got below a 20?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so as you move into this area, the overhanging limbs are beginning to drip with black ichor, making it impossible for flight and hampering your ability to see ahead of you, making it so that your vision goes to 10 feet.
Cool.
I still have Bernard.
You still have Bernard, so you're
Yeah.
set.
Okay.
And since
Awesome.
since you're the one that's saddled on Mizuchi, you are in control, so you can still see plainly enough to move forward. The rest of your friends are not quite as set in that situation. And now that you've gotten here, and Joran, you're the only one who made it, I want you to make first a stealth check if you intend on keeping yourself hidden as you approach.
Okay, I will. Ooh,
Okay.
such a big plus. An 8.
Nice.
For stealth.
So stealth. Very Joran. So Joran, you're about as stealthy as a bunch of china plates thrown down a stairwell.
Cool.
But you
And a
now
badger.
also get to make and a badger in a pear tree. You now get to make a perception check.
Better.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to use my fucking DM
Inspiration.
It's
Uh-huh.
fuck a natural one. That's much better. That's about 20. Perception. 27.
Okay. So you make your roll. Everyone else, because you failed your previous survival roll, you don't get to make this roll. So before I reveal the next piece of the map, from where you can see the edge of this map now onward is completely enshrouded in darkness and is raining acid.
Oof.
The darkness is so severe that unless you have the daylight spell cast, you will not be able to see through it. However, Joran, since you made the rolls necessary so far, you can see through it plainly.
Cool.
It is dark and ominous, but you can see.
You know what?
And
I'm going to be
Hold on.
super extra.
but before you do anything, let me reveal what's going on.
Oh, that's a fancy dragon.
As you approach in the darkness and the rain of acid, you see a massive black dragon that has wings of tattered fibrous content and a body that is filled with pustules and holes that enter and exit through it. Chunks of flesh are melting off it like candle wax, and it is blowing a noxious, foul breath of black ichor all over the veil as it tries desperately to claw into the ground and uproot root after root from the world tree. And you see the smoldering remains of the world tree behind the dragon still ablaze as it cooks, and you can smell a smell that is like the death of innocence. And that's where I'm going to call game.
Cool.
Bravo.
What a session.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So congratulations, everyone. Next week, you will be fighting against Y-mir, the ever-dying.
Whoop, whoop.
Yay.
Can't wait.
For those of you that have joined us in Twitch, who've been with us from the beginning of the session, or be you raiders, God, I hope that you can join us next time. See that kick off, because that should be intense. And I am excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, be ready for something crazy next time.
Yeah, we'll be back at our usual start time, 7 p.m. GMT, 2 p.m. EST. Hope you enjoyed this bumper session of feels and also, moralizing. Good. Good is a thing.
Yeah.
Fun.
And good comes in the form of Joron.
Good comes in the form of Jeron.
That's our next t-shirt. You're muted.
Well,
Motherfucker. So, again, 'cause I
good
didn't
comes in the
unmute.
form of Joron, motherfucker.
That's our next
I hope you
t-shirt.
guys have enjoyed this session, and until next time, which is on Monday with Clouds Over Sharn. Until next time, yeah, something. See ya next time.
Bye.
I haven't ended it yet. I'm going to do it now.
Oh,
Bye.
no.